welcome to the first stream of February. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm already gonna start apologizing because, as always, I'm here 30 minutes late. I should have started streaming 30 minutes earlier, and look at me, 30 minutes late again. But it's hard. Streaming is hard. Anyways, so welcome to Monday stream. I, as always, can't stream on weekends. Unfortunately, maybe in the future I can change that. But for now, there's not much I can do. Let me just turn the music on. I forgot about that. There we go. Outside of that, sorry again because of the delay. I had another thing to apologize. I don't remember. We move on. Well, and today, oh yeah, I remember. So, yeah, I'm really tired today. Really, really, really tired today. So, I haven't slept much this weekend. I was working on a lot of my projects and I played quite a lot of Terraria too because I want to keep streaming Terraria, obviously, but I wanted to get all of the boring parts out of the way with that, so I don't need to stream that. And it's a boring part. It's just a grind that nobody really wants to watch because nothing happens on that grind. Either way, I'm gonna be streaming more Terraria this week, but not now. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming. Depends on how much fun I'm having with the project that I'm gonna start today. Depends on a bunch of things. But either way, for now, let's try to do something because, as I've said, I am really tired, and I trained Muay Thai too. So I trained this morning, and I'm broken. I am broken. But yeah, we can try at least to have some fun, get something started. My objective today is just to get the project started. Today's project started. Why was I so high on screen again? I forgot. I'm gonna lower myself a bit. I'm gonna put myself like here again. If I need to increase my height or whatever, I'll increase later. And let me do a little bit smaller. Move to the right. There we go. We can stay there. I can stay there. But yeah. Either way, let's start today's projects. So what we have to do today? Oh, this is 3D screen. This messes me up because I never touched 3D on Godot yet. Either way, we are gonna start. Keep going on the 20 games challenge. For those who don't know, I want to make a game. I have a story I want to tell so bad. I want to tell that story so bad, but it's through a game. It's gonna be through a game. But to make that game, I need to learn how to make games. So I found this website that's called 20 Games Challenge, where the challenge is to make 20 games. It's small games. You don't need to make a full game. It's just a vertical slice. So we get like Mario, and instead of remaking the entire game, we just make one stage, let's say. One enemy. The blocks, and things like that. We are on the third game already, okay? As always, every time I finish a game, I'm going to be publishing for free for everyone to play on itch.io. As always, we have the brand the KFP employee goes to work. This is the Flappy Bird clone I've made, the first one. And then the last one we finished, I think, more than a week ago now. I still need to make shorts. I still need to make more things to to actually show people these games and things like that. But yeah, I'll try to do this week because I wanted to take a little break and just focus on streaming last week. But this week we have I finished both of those games and they are published. Everyone can play, and all of the codes are actually on the itch.io for free too. Everyone, the code, the assets, everything If anyone wants to get here and, like, for example, get the assets for the bread, for example, they can just come here, find the bread employee, and there we go. Of course, it's a real small image, right? Because it's a pixel art. But anyone who wants to use that pixel art or whatever for a game or something can come here and use. And maybe if people want the higher resolution, I could give them to, because I have the files. I give the finished files for the that I use on the game, not the project files, so the A sprite files. Okay, just make sure. But yeah, other than that, oh yeah, and there's the Shatini steals a jetpack too, which everyone can come and grab too. Same thing, the assets are all in here, all of the sprites, the fonts and the music. It's separated, but whatever. But every single asset is in here. You can come and use it. There is on both of them a license. It's completely free to use, completely free to modify, share, sell it, whatever you want to do with those. Just need to credit me. That's it. You can just credit me as the original creator. And you can get both of those pages by coming to my stream and typing exclamation flap or exclamation jet. Introductions out of the way. Let's go for the game. Quite a long introduction. Let me get something better to. That's fine. Another Ahead in Time song. I love it. Either way, so today we're going to keep progressing on the challenger. And as I said, we make the first game, which was Flappy Bird. We make the second game, which was Jetpack Joyride. And on the third game, I left for people to choose on stream. It ended up tie-in between River Raid and Space Invaders. I used the wheel to pick up which game, and it ended up on Space Invaders. But the catch is, thanks to Spat, a viewer that usually comes here, I need to make procedural generation on this game, which wasn't really intended to be done, but I'll need to learn procedural generation for the game, which will be later because I need to actually study and learn and before I try to do this on stream, okay? Either way, so the third game, step 3, make some art. So every game has a step, like make your first game, make a slightly more complex game. On the third game, it's supposed to be make some art. I actually have been doing this from the beginning, from the first game, and we'll keep doing that on every game moving forward. But we keep going. Our objective is to get, and I already have a theme for this. I still need to see how I'm gonna implement that, because I already have a drawing for the one of the things, one of the enemies. But I need to see, because I'm trying to learn skeleton animation on Godot, and it's so freaking hard to set up. Yeah, it's hard to set up, and I'm trying my best to understand, and I hope it works in the end. But that's for the end, for later. For now, let's focus on this. Make some art, I'll be doing as always. This game is similar in mechanical scope to game 2. Take the opportunity and focus on the game sprites. Try your hand at animating a moving sprite across multiple frames. We done that on... Actually, we did that mostly on the second game, actually. The second game had actual animations. The first game is just a flap. Outside of that, there was no animations at all. Well, whatever. Finally, this is a great chance to play with particle systems. Make some particle effects that you can play when things explode, or when the fog is run over. Yeah, we're not doing Frogger, so no frogs run over, getting run over. But we're making Space Invaders, and I'll try to make something more complex because I tried to make some particles for Jetpack Joyride, but honestly, it wasn't that great. I just wanted to get the basics, and I maybe got the basics. Well, whatever. And things we will learn. Today's sprite art. We already know kind of how to do that. Game music. This is something I need to learn better. Pick up better music, better sounds, and whatever. Because for now, all I'm doing is using JFXR to make sounds. So we come here and we pick, like, let's say, let me lower the volume. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So if I hit this button, it will generate a type of sound that sounds like a hit sound, right? There's a bunch of other things like laser, pick up coin. You can do quite a bunch of this, but it is more of a retro sound. And it's basically, you come here, you click the buttons a lot until you get something you like, and then you put in the game. That's kind of what I've been doing. I kind of need to do something more. But the something more is probably not creating sounds, but actually getting sounds from elsewhere, like Itch or other places that I can actually get for free, obviously. Yeah, and particle effects. Okay, this is what we'll learn. Is basically a similar scope to this. It's just in it's a little bit. It's a next progress on the game. Okay, so the game is Space Invaders. Let's move. So much yapping. Too much yapping. So there's a small description for those who never. I mean, it's an old game. It's an old Atari game, I believe. And this is basically Space Invaders. There will be a bunch of enemies on the screen that they will move on a grid, as you can see, to the right. And then when they reach the size of the screen, they are going to move to the left. We have 3 lives. We have a score. See, they move down and move left. And when they move down, they increase a little bit of the speed. We have these bunkers or whatever they are. I don't know what this should be. But these are things that protect us from they shoot, as you can see, projectiles. And we can get cover behind these covers. But they break. I think if I shoot it, it breaks too. Yeah, I can break the thing too. And they can break too. So yeah. Our main objective is to kill everything before they reach us. The aliens reach us. And then there's that spaceship over there that gives us more points. So every enemy have a different amount of points that they give. Let's see if I can. There we go. 300 points. And it's harder to hit, obviously. They keep going, and when they reach us, they will kill us. And we have 3 lives. If I get hit, we lose a life. But we keep going until I believe until they reach us, or until I lose all my lives. That's kind of the gist of the game. There's not much to the game outside of that. Let's see if I can hit the 200 now. Huh. So it's not the same amount of points as every time. Let's see if I can actually clear one stage. I don't know. Strange. If I'm behind, I think I can actually shoot faster. And if I'm not behind a bunker, I have a cooldown. Strange. Nice. 250. There we go. And then if we kill everything, the game resets to the same grid, same thing, and we keep going. Although the bunkers are not restored. That was a lot. And I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, the bunker is a stretch goal. We'll see if I'll end up making it, probably. But yeah, that was a game. I don't want to close the game completely. Let me open it again. And just before I start the actual process, everything that I need to do, I'm gonna leave it on this page and I'm gonna take some pills because my god, my head is starting to hurt. So not only I'm tired, my head hurts. So just a second. Okay, I'm back. Let's hope that will be enough. And let me just hide the screen real quick. I wanna activate the lights. I hope this does not show on stream, does it? I need to actually check if it does. Let's see. Let's see if it does because I don't want it to actually affect the stream. It shouldn't affect the stream. Usually it doesn't. So what I did right now is just make my screen yellow so I can actually see, and I get much headache. Let me see. I'm gonna real quick. Let me turn it off again just so I can see. Should be. Okay, and oh, it doesn't. Perfect. It doesn't. So I'm gonna activate again, and if it's all yellow, someone will let me know. So okay, Godot, let's move. Let's move. Let's start because it's been 19 minutes of yapping, and I haven't started. Today is gonna go great. Okay, so there is some problems with today, but we'll see how I'll deal with them. So create a player ship that moves side to side. That's our first objective. Create a few different types of aliens invaders. Enemies will move in together in a grid. They cross the screen horizontally before dropping vertically and reversing their direction. Yeah, okay. The ability to for the player ship to fire rockets that travel up the screen. Add bombs, bullets that the enemies drop. The player's rockets can destroy enemy bullets. Make sure that the player bullets will destroy invaders, and the invaders' bullets will destroy the player. Add a mothership that will cross the screen periodically. Destroying it will result in bonus points. Add a UI that tracks the player score and lives left. The player starts with 3 lives. So pretty much what we saw here. We're just gonna recreate that. There is a bit of problems we'll face because of how I'm gonna actually be doing this, but we'll figure it out the problems as we go because I don't want to get too hold up on things. So I already set up a basic project, just made a 720p. As you can see, this resolution is quite big for what I've been doing, so things are gonna be a little bit different this time. I hope everything will work out as I want. We'll see. Yeah, I disable VSync as always. I don't like VSync on any game, and I disabled it in here. Maybe I should make an option later to turn it on, but for now, whatever, it doesn't matter. And the stretches viewport. But yeah, let's start. So it's gonna be a 2D game, and finally, let's start. I actually should I? Nah, I was gonna change the background color, but nah, I'm gonna keep it as this. Let's start the foundation of the project, as always, the folders, scenes. Oh no, save. So this should be the main screen, please. Yes, this is the main. Oh, I need to remove the embedded. This embedded always messes up my projects. Always. Okay. So it's not embedded anymore. Perfect. And now we can keep going. Okay. So we need our first objective is again create a player ship that moves side to side. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's do just actually because of the color background. I don't remember where I changed that color. Maybe environments. There we go. I'm gonna leave it on black, or not even black, a little bit more grayish, because because of the I put the yellow color on my screen from Windows. I can't actually see much of the blue, so this is gonna be important to me, so I can actually see the viewport. You know, yeah. So let's do this. So this is gonna be the player. We save this as a player scene. So the size is something that I'm gonna have to change later because I still don't have the player model yet. I have one of the enemies models, although the enemies models will not change much. But yeah, New Godot. Hey Acros, missed you, man. Yeah, New Godot, they updated, and this is a new. Where do I change this now again? I forgot. Theme. There we go. No, it's not this. Wait, this is not this. I'm lost. Editor? Here we go. Theme. It's a modern. Oh, a bot. Let me just bend him real quick. Yeah, you updated recently. You updated when I was actually finishing the Jetpack Joyride game back then. Last week, I think. And, and it gave this modern style UI, so it looks a lot different. I actually got jump scared when I opened my Godot project, but we can actually change back to the thing, to how it was. Although I don't know if the color changed. Let me see. I think it changed, right? A little bit. But yeah, I'm keeping on modern. I wanna try it out a bit. Yeah, I think it changed, right? But yeah, either way, finally starting. I don't know if I've been around here. I finished across the Jetpack Joyride. If you want to see it later, it's on the where is it? On the h.io as always. Here. You can type exclamation jet if you want to try the game. But yeah, it isn't much different from what it was on the stream last time. I don't know if we were here Monday. But yeah. And it's completely playable. And now we're moving on to the third game, which people picked the Space Invaders. There's gonna be Space Invaders, and now I'm creating the spaceship. I have a few problems that I'm gonna be facing today. I don't have art, and I have other plans for the art. I don't know how much you've heard, but we'll figure it out as we go because I don't want to use the art right now. Yeah. Either way, as always, let's start the thing. So I already forgot. It's character body 2D? Yes. It is character body 2D. We use a sprite 2D for now. I'll change later this in a what was it? Collision. Collision shape. And as always, my favorite, oops, not this one, my favorite placeholder, the Godot icon. I'm gonna actually, I think to fit it better, I'm gonna do it something like this for now. The shape can be a rectangle. God, it's so hard to see with the filter on, Windows filter on, the yellow filter. I think that's correct. I hope. Maybe, nah, it doesn't matter. I'll change this later anyway, so for now I just need a moving character. Okay, so one thing I've always seen people do is instead of using a code for everything on the main player, they create different nodes to D to attach a script. Like let's say one for movement. You want to do a movement script that I'm gonna do. They add a node to D just to attach a script for the movement, and then I want to make the player shoot. I add another script, another node to D, just to attach another script to make the player shoot. I'm gonna try this time to see how it works, but maybe it's not necessary for the type of games I'm making right now. But maybe it's a good thing to start understanding now. Wow. So now this, I want to add a node to D. So this will be player movements, which will be over there. And now we add a script, player movements, on a new folder for scripts. Player movements. Let's see if this is simple enough. And if I remember how to do this, right? So we need to move to the right and to the left on a physics process, not this. I'm a megastrip supremacist. I CB to change files, but I keep camera logic outside of player. Oh. Yeah, I don't know which is better. When should I do? When shouldn't I do? Every time I've messed around with Godot, I always just have the mega script, which is not really mega for what I know and what I do, but one mega script here. But I've seen so many people do this node to D thing. I want to give it a try, at least on this project, you know? Maybe later I'll go back to my mega script, or depending on the project too. I don't know, but yeah. For now, I'm gonna try this. Personal preferencing. Gotcha. I mean, if a mega script can be organized, so I was gonna argue that this could be an organization thing, but I don't think it matters that much as far as I understand. Whatever. Physics process. I'm gonna be using this now because you teach me that I should be using this. Perfect. Now, let me pass this real quick because I'm gonna create a function for move player. I need to pass delta 100%. And oh yeah, I need to set the input map. So move right and move left. I'm going to be using just D for now, just A and D. Later I'll put the arrow. Oh, actually, let me just do this already. So easy. Move right, move left. Should the names be a little bit more specific? Like move layer rights. There is not gonna be any other input for enemies or things like that, but maybe it's good practice to name this better. I don't know. So as far as I know, I need to create a var. Is it a var? No, it's a const. This can be a const, right? Velocity, which would be. Let's start with something small. I am warming up to Godot again because it's been a week, and I'm remembering things as we go. Var const, so var collision equals player body move and collide, and then the motion. Wait. Oh yeah, true. This is not. Wait, do I need to create? I already forgot. So inputs. No, my God. If inputs is action pressed, move player left. We go this, which is a vector. No, moving collide. We put a vector 2, right? Yes. Vector 2, which would be. So this is moving to the left, right? So minus velocity x0 times delta. And is there, shouldn't I forgot. There is, why doing, yeah. Let's remove the collision for now. I know there is a reason for that. I just don't remember. Either ways, let's pause this and see if it works. Wait, move player, delta. And actually, elif, move right. And we delete this. This should be all I need to move the player, right? And I didn't add the player to this. Let me try this one. Yeah. Oh, this already works. Perfect. It's just way too slow. So let's go like 500. Again, I pressed the wrong scene. There we go. I'll fix the velocity later, but for now, it's enough. It moves. Now we can actually add on the main thing. So the player will be put here or somewhere. I'll position him better later. And I need to do 2 collisions. So it's gonna be a static body. Walls. Left wall with a collision shape. That is a rectangle. Let's make it big just for the sake of it. And we copy this to the other side. Just a little bit over. Can be a bit more. Something like that. This should be enough if I set the collisions correctly. Right wall. You shouldn't be processing nodes by path inside of process. You should already var them. Don't ever start temporary for testing purposes. It is never temporary. So you mean because this is creating a thing uh kind of supposed to be temporary, right? So you mean to do this? Oops. I'm ready. And then I create like this is supposed to be a var, right? Var, let's say player equals something like this. And then instead of all of this, I do this. Is this what you meant? Since it still works. So I'm guessing this is correct. Yeah, I need to. This is something I really need to learn. The onReady and the old export. I have no idea still why so many. I know this should be a var, but whatever. Just an example. But I know I can like if I say this is a var, I know what it does, right? If I go to main and I go to player, I have I was supposed to have it. Oh, I guess I. Oh yeah, here I have the velocity here, and I can manually change it here on the inspector. But I see so many variables that I don't see people really using that much. That kind of makes me wonder why should I use most of the time the export. But yeah, there's also something about not getting nodes that aren't children. But if a tree never changes, it's meh. There's also something about not getting nodes that aren't children. Oh. What the fuck is that copy pasta? Wait, I'm the big Bob. I'm the big Bob Bomb, Lord of all blessing matters, King of Kaboons. The word's over. How dare you scale my mountain? What try to set foot on my imperial mountaintop? Hey, that's a lot, and you never. Okay, can you pick me? Wait, what? Can you pick me up from the back and hurl me to this royal turf? I think I probably cannot, man. I don't. Sure. Hello, big Bob Bomb. Okay, let me read again. There's also something about getting nodes that aren't children, but the future matters. Tree never changes. It's meh. So, what do you mean getting children? Because this is a children of this, but I couldn't move the main nodes. So I shouldn't be. I don't understand. Since initialization happens, child, parents, and bottom top in the node list. Oh. Genshin is my. Okay, pause. Yeah, pause right there, man. The fuck? Okay. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna keep in mind that onReady thing, and if it works, it works. So it is colliding, but it shouldn't be. Oh, this is Godot. Yeah, this is Godot. I'm learning Godot. Okay. I need to set up the collisions correctly because I forgot about that. Let's call this. This is the wall. Actually, let me make this lowercase. I use UEFI. I don't think I will be using, at least not right now or for quite a while, Unreal, because I don't have a PC that really works with Unreal, and I'm really at the beginning. The game that I am learning to make games, to make a game in the future, a full game in the future. So I don't want to get anything too much, and I don't need Unreal for what I want. You know? so yeah, Unreal is way too overkill for what I want, and Unity is overkill too. There's not. Mostly because I started modding Pavlov Check, how I got into game development, and that uses UE5. Gotcha. So what I'm doing is I'm learning. I'm really at the beginning of how to learn in game development. Let me say enemies. And what I am doing is this. This is a 20 games challenge. It's supposed to kind of is a challenge to make you learn how to make games. So it gives you a challenge of a bunch of games that you make, and to teach you the basics and how to make games. So, but it's not like you're gonna make full games. Let's say there's Mario, for example. There's Super Mario Bros. You do not need to make the entire game to for this part for the sixth game. What they ask of you is you do a vertical slice. Mario, Super Mario. I don't know. What they ask of you is just like you do the first stage, you do some enemy logics. I hate that plumber. Why do you hate the plumber? What's wrong with him? What did he do to you? What? Yeah, you do just the first stage. You do the blocks that he hits with his head, logic and things like that, and then you move on to the next game. I'm on the third game at this point. Space Invaders. I'm doing Space Invaders right now. A clone of Space Invaders. Let me see. Oh, that makes so much sense now. Where you're where you're phrasing all of the things come from. Okay, okay, that makes a lot more sense to me now. Okay, Big Bob Bomb. Unity is nice when you need more control over graphics. Godot is very limited there. Ask me how I know. I don't like Unity though. The editor isn't very nice. We are Super Mario 64 on on PS1 year. Holy, that's a lot of words. Okay. Am I done with the player? With the movement? Is it good now? Oh, I need to set the collision. And this should be the Oh! Thank you! Thank you, Big Bomb. For the follow. Welcome. So player. Yeah. So this is a wall. This is a wall. And this should be correct, right? This is a player that interacts with the walls. I don't think it's gonna interact with enemies, as far as I think. Huh. Don't know. Well, moving on. I think that's it for the player, right? For the first thing? Go? Yeah. Create a player ship that moves side to side. Create a few different types of alien invaders. Enemy will move together in a grid. They cross the screen horizontally before dropping vertically and reversing their direction. Ever played SCP Containment Breach, the classic one? Like the old classic? I never played that. But I do know a bunch about this creepy guy that gave me nightmares. Yeah, I know a bit of that game. I didn't play. Never played, but I know I've watched a lot of people play back in the day. Good old one. Okay, create a few type of alien invaders. So let's try to do that. This song is way too loud for me. Holy. Okay, I'll increase it a little bit. I'm just remaking that in Pavlov, which is a VR game and it's killing me. I know Pavlov. Pavlov is awesome. I never played. I don't have a VR, but that's awesome. But that's cool. And yeah, I can imagine. Wow, I'm just imagining playing that game on VR and not. Yeah. Good luck. Okay. Enemies. Let's do something. So this should be a character body, right? Even if I just move a little bit, it still should be a character body. Or not. Because I'm just gonna move a few pixels. Or like a grid. It's gonna... God, the grid thing is gonna mess me up because I really need to understand grid system. And I don't. So does it need to be a character body? I don't think it needs, right? Because if they're gonna move on a grid like the original game, it can actually I can actually just move the position like by adding a few pixels to the position. So if the enemy is like on yeah if they're gonna move, I do not need to move them with like move and collide or move and slide, right? So is there a reason to not to use character body 2D if I do not need to use that? What is animatable body 2D? A physics body that can't be moved by external forces. When moved manually, it affects other bodies in its path. Me no no. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. As I've said, I'm just starting it out. I just did 2 games and I'm learning. So yeah, I'm just saying my thoughts aloud. And animatable to the bodies, it can be moved. I guess it's just to move other things on their way, right? Static body is supposed to be funny enough with me. I guess it still should be a character body. I come up Pavlov. Shaq easily, but if you try to get me to make my own game, I'm the dumbest dumb. I think I imagine. Hey Nyla, welcome. Also, can't say anything here. I wouldn't use Godot physics systems in the first place. Oh, yeah. It's not the first time I see you hating on things like that from Godot. But what, like, let's say if you were to use the your way, Acros. If you were to use like your way, what would you use? You would just use a Node 2D and then put like a collision or something like that on the player, or maybe you would make your own collision, or maybe you wouldn't even use Godot in the first place. The only physics check you need is point in rectangle. Hear me out. Okay, I'm hearing. I'm hearing. Throw it. I don't know. I'm here. Make games in assembly. Don't start with assembly. Don't start. Acros, and there's another guy a few games ago. I think on the Flappy Bird. I think it was on the Flappy Bird when I was making the first game. Acros and another guy just started talking assembly and whatever, and I don't know. I'm here learning basic Godot, and people are talking assembly. No, don't start assembly talk. To me, if you want to talk in chat, that's fine. That's just left X right and down Y up. I can Flappy Bird in MIPS assembly. I don't like this. God. Just the word assembly scares me. Scares way too much me. But yeah. It's pointing the rectangle. That's just left X right and down Y up. I think I understand what you mean. But I feel like that would be so much code for me. For so much figuring it out for me. I'm gonna go the safe. I don't know if it's the safe road. I'm gonna go the roots I know, and I'm just gonna use a character body 2D for now. I'll research a little bit more of that later because yeah, the languages me like is JavaScript, kind of. Yeah. So big bomb. People don't like C++ here. Be warned. Be warned. People don't like C++ here. Oh, this may be too loud. I hope my fan is not picking up on the mic too much, but oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna use the safe route that I know, routes that I know that is character body 2D. So yeah. So enemies. There's a lot that I'm gonna be changing later because of this price, especially. As the sprites I'm gonna be using are a lot different from the games that I made, both games. So we'll see. We'll see. We do like it, real programmers, by breaking every aliasing rule there is and compiling with 3 warnings per line. God, you're Akros, you don't know how much you scare me with the talk you have. Yeah, I use marble plinths in UE5 than C++ anyway. Enemy body, enemy. So the way I want to make this is I want to have one. Let's say I want to have this enemy scene, right? And I'm gonna have 3 types of enemies. Although I don't know how I'm gonna make 3 types of enemies with the theme I'm going, but whatever. I'll figure it out later. But I want to change the enemies on this scene. I don't want to make a different type of enemy on another scene or another thing. I'm gonna use this, and the game will choose which sprite to use, which enemy to position and whatever as we go. And well, when you're done with this 20 games challenge, what game are you think of making? So I am still writing. There's a lot, because the main reason I want to make that game is because I have a story I want to tell. And the way I want to tell that story fits perfectly with gaming, as gaming is a passion of mine. But I can tell you the genre of the game, at least, which is going to be kind of a survival horror or mystery, if I could say that. But outside of that, I can't explain. It's not survival in a sense of like Minecraft survival. I'm saying the old survival horrors, things like Resident Evil, the old Resident Evil, like 1, 0, or Silent Hill, or things like that. It's not the survival like Grounded or whatever like that. Let me just make sure you understand. WB, I don't know what WB means. My bad. Resident Evil -1. But yeah, that's the game I plan to make. I'm still not 100% sure if that's how it's gonna be. I'm still writing the story of it, but we'll see. It's probably around that. Oh. Okay. Gotcha. I'll remember. What about Resident Evil -1? That makes sense now. Yeah. Is there a game that passes before Resident Evil 0? That could be. Maybe there is. Maybe there is. Maybe there is. I don't know. Oh well. Let's. Yeah. Let me focus here because I haven't done shit yet. Okay, let's use our favorite placeholder, which is gonna be close to the one of the player, maybe a little bit fatter. And the rectangle. Just, oops, I can do this. I can see. Is it correct? Nice. One more up. And I think on the left is fine, right? Yeah, it's fine. I love hopping into software and game development streams and talking my ass off to make it so they can't focus. Oh, that's the normal of the streams here. I can't focus when there's anyone in chat. But that's normal. And I kind of like that because how would it what? Yeah, I like that. Can I change by any chance the color of this without writing a shader? I don't know how to write shaders yet. Like I have zero idea how to write shaders. But I think not. No. Son gay, I'm not gay. If you think, fine, okay, sure. So the enemies need to move in a grid, right? Your VTuber model, yeah. My gator must be broken. It is. I'm gonna say just to be sure, not fully broken. I'm not gay. I'm pan, but I don't know much of that, so you can ignore that. So yeah. Your VTuber model looks nice. Thank you. I have a few versions. This is the one that I use on when I'm doing some type of dev stream. Acrocell, I love shaders. I love debugging with colors. So the easiest way for me, I would say, is just to like change the actual debug color and do this, and then I'll go here in visible collision shapes, and then if I, no, thank you. Don't need that, Nyla. If I add it back here on the enemies, or the enemies in here, and where did the enemies go? Oh, it's here. So that, yeah, the recoloring and like probably yeah. But this is the easiest way for me to do it without shaders. It's because like I wanna learn shader. I really wanna learn shader. I'm not gonna lie, because you can do so many cool things with shaders, and I'm gonna be using those things in the future. But I am a little bit scared of trying right now, right? Don't sprites have a color modulation thingy? Do they? I think they have something. I just don't know how to. Here maybe? Resource, animation, no. Offset, no. Because I think there is a way to just recolor them somewhere around here. This? I can change the alpha, but it doesn't seem like. Let me hide this. Oh, it actually changes. Look at that. Huh, I knew there was this existed. I just didn't remember where it was or what it was called. This works kinda perfect. This is like this. I know you aren't gonna wait. I know you aren't gonna, but don't ask me. I don't touch Godot with a 39.5 pole in one game. 39. I feel like I've heard this before. But I don't. I don't. Maybe I'm. No. Maybe I don't know. Oh, this is masks. Not what I want. I want this collision. This should be a enemy. Mr. Grinch? Wasn't it supposed to be a Grinch? But I think I don't. Yeah. I don't remember. It's been if it is from Grinch, it's been way too long since I've watched Grinch. So my bad there. Okay. That works nice. I can actually see. How am I gonna get the enemies to work? Do I get the global position and not the local position? Well, on culture, maybe. Because let's try to do this. If I use this enemy movements, maybe not very very. So yeah, sorry, yeah, very movements. If I try whatever, let's just use process print snake dot global position. What position does it give me? It didn't need to be on this. It could have been done in here. Print. Actually, look how you're learning. I just want the main things. So it's on 0066. So the global position simply works like what I expected, right? Yes. So how am I gonna do this? Is gonna be probably not the best way, but I'm gonna use a timer. Let's say every 1 second, maybe too fast, but I'll use it for now. I give my life not for honor. I want to move the characters starting right, just to start. So, funk, move enemy, and is it a physics? But then how am I gonna? Oh no, I don't need to check collision. I can. Okay, yeah, okay. And I don't think I need to use delta either for this, right? Pretty sure delta is not used here because I'm gonna be using a timer. So let me rename the timer. Move timer. Snake. So with the timer, every time the timer runs out, actually, yeah, I don't need much. So we call move enemy. And then on move enemy, we're just gonna move, let's say, I could use a vector here, but I won't. So const. I don't know if this needs to be on ready. I'm gonna use it because I want to use everywhere on ready now. Grid X. Grid X. Let's call it, which will be, let's say 32. And it needs to be a const. Oh, I can't be on ready. Okay, because it's a var. Okay, fair. I'm learning. So I wanna just move to the right. Let's just try it right now. So let's just move. Yeah, let's move. I'm thinking way too far ahead. Delete this, and then if you move them, then it's physics. If you can stick the timer into physics mode, physics callback, and it should be fine. But yeah, the way I'm moving is just let's say changing the position of the sprites. So I'm maybe, but how could I do this? Because let me show. It's gonna be a simple like enemy dot position plus equals grid X. It's gonna be as simple as that is a setting you can change in this inspector. Oh, here? Oh. Okay. Update the timer every physics process frame. Update the timer every process rendered frame. Oh, that. Oh. I'm gonna be honest, I never saw that drop down menu or this thing before. When I look at the inspector here, I only see these three things: the wait time, one shot, and auto start. Those are the only things I can actually look at when I open the inspector for the timer. Oh, see. You know what? You know what? Wait, I want to do something. This is something I wanted to do a few times before. Okay, that's too much, but let me do this. One. There we go. We have a quote now. Let's see if it works. There we go. Let's do that. Yeah, we have a quote. Our first quote. Let's see how many I can actually get in the future. But yeah, good thing I know about the physics now. That's useful. And this is enough for it to work, right? It's gonna move to the right after 1 second. Yeah, I need to start the timer for this to work. Move timer dot start. It works. Perfect. It moves to the right. That's exactly the behavior I wanted. I don't know if the grid it's enough to be 32. Those are things I'm gonna change after I have the proper art on the game. But as you can see, it goes off the screen right now. I'm gonna fix that right now. So it's only moving to the right first. That's fine. And now I want to get like the maximum amount. So let's say here 1,200. Perfect. What's on the appear on furries? I don't consume furry content at all. But as long as there's nobody fighting or whatever, I don't care. So what is the maximum that I said? I forgot. 1,200. Perfect. So enemies. So max. No, const. Okay, now the most. Oh god, that scares me. Okay, my bad. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna go into that. That's a little bit too much for this stream. I'm just gonna leave it open. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about that. Okay. God, that is furry content. Most computer things are furry content in my opinion. How did we get here? Fine. Okay, fair. Max X. This how did this happen? Yeah, that's my question. Which will be 1,200. Oops. Just so, Akris, just I'm using this now just to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. If I do those symbols, this is the same as doing this, right? Let me just doing floats. Oops, float and equal. I gotta go. That's fine, man. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the follow. See you around maybe another time. You got out of mod. I love this. So enjoy your stream. Let's gay stream. Fine. Bye. But yeah, just make sure. I don't know if you use this, but only if Godot can tell the type. But yeah, it's basically the same. Okay. Have a good day. Thank you, Big Bobom. Thank you for appearing. See you around. But okay, gotcha. Because yeah, I guess if this only works if I put a value after, right? Let's say if I do something and put like true or whatever, vector 2 or whatever. But it wouldn't work in a empty value. Then I would have to specify it, right? I guess this is my understanding. Okay, max x grid distance. So we do if we get the. Let me do the thing you said for me to do. On ready. Oops. On ready. Var enemy equals enemy body. Then instead of doing all of this, I just call enemy body that is. Oh, it's just enemy. Fair. Now, if enemy dot global position is higher or equals, no, is less or equals, let's say, than grid X, then it can move to the right. Then a if, right? It needs to be another if. God, this is gonna be. Isn't this a match thing I can use? I already forgot. For now, I'll do this and I'll remember how it works with match. Actually, let's just call grid on this. This one makes so much more sense than because the grid is a square, so there's no reason for it to be more than that. So then the enemy position, but this time y is gonna be plus equals not plus because it's, no, yeah, it's plus. It's going down, right? Let's see if this works. Oh, what did I? What did I do? Oh, okay, my bad. That x. That x. I was checking a vector 2 instead of the thing. That's fine. Uh-huh. It's always going down. Why is it always going down? Oh, because I'm checking the wrong thing. This is not supposed to be the grid. This is supposed to be the max x distance. Now it should work, right? Yes, it's going to the right. Let's see if it goes down. It's always going the same amounts. I should have made this a little bit faster. It goes down. Perfect. But now I need to make a. This is. I guess this is better to be a boolean, right? Var move right true. So if and move right. I just need to move right. I don't need to put move right equals true. See, I'm learning. Then it moves down. I just use a float and times -1 it on wall. Wait, what? Which wall? Which float? I'm lost. A float and times -1. As in direction. Uh, But how is it detecting the wall then? On here? I, sorry, I don't know if I understand that. um, let's keep going. I'll try. I'll try to understand it. So Elif will do all of this again. Actually, uh, God, this looks ugly. I'm pretty sure this is a match thing. I'll see it in a bit. Let me just make sure it works. So it's higher, and move right is false. Then minus max distance. Then it should be plus grid, and then it should be minus grid. This is enough, right? Now, let me decrease the timer for the love of God. 0.2. Okay, that I think one thing is gonna break. Yeah. I forgot to change the move rights. Equals false. That is not what I want. And move rights equals true. But I need to make... Yeah, because... right? Let me copy this. And this should be the left one, not minus. Because it should be const max x distance left. So which should be the minimum distance? Or minimum distance, actually, instead of max or minimum. Let's say 80. Enemies. So yeah, max x distance, min x distance. This makes more sense. 80.0. Now we delete this again. Now instead of this, it should be min x distance. And does this work? It goes down and it keeps going down. Why does it go down? Oh, okay. How do I considering that all enemies have locked considering that all enemies move lockstep in the original game, you just check if the full block is at the wall. Simple check. Either just check if it's outside the screen, preferably don't actually move them outside, or go full Godot and have an extra collision object that encompasses all enemies and checks wall collision. But doesn't if I use, let's say I'm using the wall right now on the main thing with a collision shape to stop the player from going outside of the wall. So if I try to move him here, he's gonna stop there with a moving collision. But if I do this, can the collision still be checked by the thing without move and collision, or move and slide and things like that? Because what I'm gonna do. Let me just drink some water. God. What I'm gonna be doing in the end is gonna be procedural. The generation of the enemies is gonna be procedural. So the Spat, the guy that you talked about assembly, he kind of challenged me to learn a little bit about how grids work and do a procedural generation of enemies so the game is fully like infinite. As long as you don't die, you can go infinite without just restarting the screen as it is, the enemies as it is. So every time the enemies will generate, is going to be a little bit random, and then it's going to be on a grid. That's as far as I understand. That's what he challenged me to learn. So it's going to be a grid, right? Let's say a grid, and every grid, every little thing is going to spawn an enemy randomly, and then it's going to move to the right, and then I need to learn how to do that. You don't need it to do in the first place. If you know the playfield size, you can just check if they will be outside of the next step by checking X as they currently do. Oh, so that would be bad if I were to change things. Or I guess if I were to change, let's say, have a big stage with random things or random or procedural. I guess I'm starting to understand. For now, I'll keep that. I need to actually. I'm gonna note everything that you said as always, and do a little bit more research on that too. But for now, yeah, I'll keep that for now. But I'll see later if I actually understand. But yeah, I still need to understand how am I gonna do the moving. Because maybe I should actually, now that I think about it, I shouldn't even be creating the thing in here, the movement of the player. Although I'm gonna keep it here, I'll rewrite it later if I need. But if I'm gonna spawn it in a grid, I guess the best thing I should do is create another scene where I would spawn those things and then move that scene. So I am so lost. But you can just give them a movement direction in X. When you hit a wall, multiply it by -1 to change it to the opposite. Oh, now I understand. Oh, okay. Multiply by -1. Because of the... Okay, I understand. Gotcha. But you need to give them a direction. This wouldn't work with this, right? With just update, or it would. I understand what the reflection is. I just need to understand the movement that would make that work. Gotcha. I guess I need to remove this and put it in here. Is this enough for it to work? Oh. Look at that. That actually works quite well. Although it doesn't work when it reaches there. Because it's minus here. That makes sense. Let's see if it works now. Perfect. My God, my throat. Although I feel like 80 is too far, that's fine. Compared to the right side. It's working. I'm gonna put it a little bit higher. Let's say 120. Because it seems a little bit too far compared to the other side. And another thing I can do right now that is cool too, easily with this code, although I think match is better here. I just don't remember how match works. I just want today. I just want to get things started. But yeah. So instead of this, when I get here, I want to increase the timer or decrease the timer. Wait. How do I? What is the name of the thing? Wait time. Minus. Oops. Minus equals. Let's say 0.1. That is gonna make things a lot messy, but it's fine because I want every time it lowers, on the grid, for it to increase the timer. There we go. I think it's gonna break now. Oh no, this is the maximum speed it can go. Of course, it's gonna be a lot slower later, and I can actually limit that. But that's incredibly fine for me. Okay, it's there's a bunch of errors. Timer should be greater than 0. Fair. That doesn't matter. I'll fix that later. Okay, we have movement for the enemy, and what I wanted is, like, let's say the sprite, right? No, not what I want. Actually, what I want is this. Yeah. But wait, if I want to access a node from inside of here, this would need. Okay, I think if I let me see, if I do an export here, which would be, well, we can get away with a single if with 2 statements. Not sure where match would get in there. Okay, so I'm trying to. Yeah, this works fine. As I've said, I'm warming up again. I don't really. It just looks ugly to me, this, and match looks a lot better. But I don't remember. Let me just match. I can't I can't go to the docs. Well, I don't remember exactly what match does. So that's a problem. I did that back when you teached me that, when you told me that, and I completely forgot already what it does. But yeah, I'll check it later. Okay. Exports. I want to export the enemy sprite dot modulate. Is not that, but a single if would look better. A single if. How would I? There's a way to get this with a single if. A single if, I would imagine that it would be one if and like one else, I guess. No else, only if? I could do this entire code with one if? Like one? I just saw that I could do, like, instead of all of this, I could just do or. And this, and then I can delete this. Because it's basically the same code, and this both of this will make it go lower. So this is a little improvement. But 2 statements, one if the map was symmetrical, but it isn't. Oh. Oh. I guess this could be else, right? Actually, can't it? Does this work? A single else in here? Because it's gonna check. Does this work? Wait, does this work? Oh, um, comment that. Huh. Okay, but it breaks on the other side. Oh, I could. It's because of this. Okay. Should I just do a nested if then? My God. You telling me that this could be made with one of those is wow. As part is for setting values in the spectre. Just move right. It's different. That works? Really? If I do this works? I understand. Wait, this works? You changed my life. You can't see, but I have the biggest smile on my face right now. This right here changed my life. Because this symbol for me was always like false, just false. Like let's say if I do like something like this, it would be not. I didn't know this works like this way. This and it makes a lot of sense too. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, okay. Thank you. This changed my life. Yeah, this works. Holy. Okay, so I have the enemy. What I wanted to do, yeah, the export. What I wanted to do is for now. I wanted to export the sprites modulate, but canvas. I don't know how to get the modulate. Oh, let me var color equals modulate. There we go. If I click in here, I can see. Nope. Mm, I don't know if you can hear the. Let me turn on the filter again, just in case my mic is making some noise. So I'll turn the filter for noise removal for now. Um. Okay, so if I export and modulates, there is no color. Do I need to export something else? Doesn't seem like it. Modulates. Uh-huh. color applied to this canvas, this property does not affect the children item. Hmm. Thi- This does not give me color, but why? Is it because? Hmm. No, this, and this works on a hex too. Maybe I need to actually set like. Can I? Can I do this? No, it doesn't. How can I set the modulate there? Set modulates. Okay. Export modulates. Good. Um. Guess this is not work. Self modulates. Oh, self modulate then maybe self modulates. No, this still does. I need to put a color in here then. Maybe I need to create an array, maybe, or a dictionary. Let's try it. Var, var. Let's try it var colors. Equals this or I I don't remember the things. No, I'm pretty sure it should be this, right? This. My God. Type in start. Well, modulate is already exported by Canvas IDEN. You can just access it in Node code in an expect. Oh, and the because what can I do? Wait, can I do this? And I'm completely messing it up. No, I wanted this node to have the. Yeah, this does not have the modulates. But if I change it here, does it change? It changes there too. Hmm. It overrides then. Yeah, because I was trying to get that on this thing, on this, so I can do this. Okay, I understand why that does not work. Fair. So instead of that, I guess the best way I could do this for I'm thinking so what I want to do just to be clear, I want that every time I let's say I put the enemies in here, right? Like let's say I put 3 enemies in here. Oh, uh, they are inside whatever. It doesn't matter. Like there's 3 enemies in here. Okay? So what I want to do is I want to set a color for each one of the enemies through here. This is not the end game. I'm just starting it out. The idea of what I want, and I wanted to come here and like do this and change or whatever. But I wanted to pick a color depending on what I choose in here. Um, I guess I could do this, right? If I do it instead of that's a dictionary, not dictionary, a this. Let's say, does Godot accept hex? Um, okay, I guess it does, but I need to use this. Oh, but then it would. I believe this is a dictionary, right? That is this the symbol of dictionary. So it would be, let's say, color. Huh? I can choose some. Let's pick random colors. So red is this? No. God, I don't remember how to do a dictionary. My God. Uh, dictionary. Yeah, Godot, whatever. It's. Oh, okay. Fair. This is what I was missing. There we go. Easy. Can just says modulate or however it's called on it. The exports is for when you want to set values for the code to use from the inspector. Gotcha. Um, red. Let's say green. Color dot green. And let's do a third one. Yellow. Oh, what's that? Color dot yellow. Uh, okay. If I export this, can I? Hmm. So I get the values here and I actually can change them. This is not what I wanted, but good to know. Interesting. How can I change? Uh, let me just see. If I equal this to, let's say, can't I access the colors? My God, this is making things way more harder than it should be. Um, maybe it's just self-modulate then. So you know what the biggest problem here is that I'm trying to figure all of this out, and later I'm not gonna even use this one, this thing itself, because I'm gonna have different sprites for the things. So this is kind of useless. Like this is literally useless for what I'm trying to do right now. Mm. Instead of that, let's do a different thing. No, this needs to be down. Oh, no, the function is literally there. Func pick color. It's a simple thing. So var picker equals rand in range of 1 to 3, and then we do if picker equals 1. This is where I'm okay. Let me check match Godot. Um, if I use like match uh picker and then I get like one, this this is a this would work, right? One. Oh, pick random. Fair. But pick random is after, right? So I need to create this. One, two, oops, three, and then dot pick random. Okay. That's for arrays. Wait, pick random is for arrays, right? Because I've used pick random before for arrays. Huh. I wasn't gonna. Well, let's see. Let's see if it works. How I think you can just stick to the color in this. The color is inside the arrays. Oh, pick random. Oh, that makes. I gotta say, sorry for being such a dumb person, and thank you for the help, Chris. Like for you, you're helping quite a lot right here. Color, no, uh, color dot. Yeah, I did, but for in my head. So just so you understand why I never used this, I didn't think about using this, is because in my head the pick random would only work with numbers. So I guess color is a number too. But what I say is I would need to use the color in another. What I was thinking this how this works, right? I need to create a variable like a dictionary or another something with the colors, and then I would have to like pick random between a number to then access the dictionary or whatever, and then get the value from there to use the to get the color. Because in my head, pick random didn't work with set values like colors or maybe strings or things like that. Because I was thinking about for me this kind of looked the same as a randi, let's say, or randf. That's why I didn't try this before. So yeah, color green, color yellow. Oops, yeah, yellow, color blue, color black. Let's go with those only. Um, pick random, and then we get the enemy sprites dot modulates. Oops, equals speaker. Maybe this works. No. Maybe self modulates. No. I'll fix that because yeah, this is not the what I want it to look like, but it kind of looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of looks so cool. Every single one of them moving, on their own grid, on direction, going over them each other. That could create some exploits, like wait everything to line up and then yeah, destroy. But yeah, uh, see, see, this is the time where I wish you wouldn't be watching. See? That is fine if it's just a black color. I just wanted to see if it works. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I can't imagine what goes through your head when you're watching me. You literally talk about assembly and whatever you do, and then you come to my stream and you see me forgetting to call the thing and thinking something's wrong with my code. But it's funny though. At least it's a bit funny. Okay. We have the thing. The only thing is I had a 3-hour debugging session once and even contacted the guy whose code I was working on. Discord. My problem. Forgot and new line during pre fair. Okay, fair. I get fair. Okay. Oh god. Just imagine this scene. Oh, that's too good, too good. Now, should I remake everything? Because mm, right now is not working in a grid like I was thinking. And actually, I'm gonna show this. Let me see if I can. I'm pretty sure I can just close this. Because this, oh, let me close this. This is a something I've tried to do before. Let me see if it's on here. No, it is not here. Just a second, let me find it. Because I hope I still have it though. At some point, I tried to create this game too, but I just need to find it here. Shouldn't be. None of those. It isn't here. Flappy River Raids. Where is it? Don't tell me I lost it. Old. Maybe this? Oh, there we go. Found it. I hope it doesn't break. So I tried to do this. As I've said, I stopped on the third game of the challenge when I tried this like 2 years, 3 years before. I tried both River Raid already, and Space Invaders. The way I'm doing this is kind of thinking of how I did this, but I need to figure it out later how to actually do this. But this is the game I've done way before, way before. Okay, so I did I did the art, and they said, you know what, that's fine for me. And the game is minuscule, like so small. I hope you can see. So this is the game, right? The enemies. I didn't make much outside of this, and they move on a grid, right? As you can see, they actually move on a grid correctly. They can be broken. There's the thing going up there. The way I did the enemies and the reason they can't be procedural, I guess they can't be procedural. Or maybe I can, and I need to figure it out. I need to learn procedural generation though. The way that they work is I basically, let me see if I can open here. Enemies here. I basically created a scene and put everything, every enemy on this scene in the way I wanted them to work. And then instead of moving the each enemy, I move this entire thing by itself. So I guess this is basically what I did. Oh, and I did it on the timer to make them move. I didn't call it a function. But this is kind of how I did before and how I'm thinking. Oh, I understand the black screen. Sorry. Sorry. Uh sorry. This is the game. I'm my bad. I forgot about that. So this is the game. Okay. I did this is the game that I did that. This is quite old at this point. But it works. This is a finished game already. I'm trying to recreate, obviously, but a lot different this time from the arts and things like that. And they work on the grid. As you can see, they move to the left, they move to the right. The screen is incredibly small. I didn't fix this because I wanted to move on. I didn't do the background art either. But yeah, whatever. This is basically the idea I tried, and the way I did made them move is I create this scene where I put everything in here in the way I wanted. So this is manually set up basically, and then I just put this scene like every one of the enemies is its own scene. So there's a scene for the plane, there's one for the tank, and there's one for the soldier. And then I just created this scene where I put everything in here, and then I move this node basically instead of moving each sprite or whatever. And that's basically how I did. And I was thinking about doing this again. I just don't know if this works with procedural generation later that I want to do for the spawn of the enemies. And the enemies are going to be a lot different than this too. But yeah, this was my approach back then. I'm going to start probably do this kind of again because I don't know if I don't know how to do another way or if I should do another way. Is this one? I think you understood, right? I hope you understood what I talked. That was bad. That was bad. Bad explanation. Yeah, I need to update the art too. Maybe I'm thinking if the screen going like while how is the name? I guess it doesn't say like landscape. Yeah, landscape instead of it, if I should use portrait instead of landscape like I did in that game. I guess it doesn't matter. If they move independently, you need to handle them separately. If they still move the same way, uh, then just go ahead and move them together. Yeah. So the way I did the approach that I did is better in this sense. I just yeah, my problem really is just the grid spawning. For now, I'm gonna try to create let's call it enemy grid scenes. And for now, I'm just gonna put them here like manually in whatever uh orientation or whatever. Just as an example, just to try it out. And then I'll just copy that thing that I did before. So the collision now only matters for should it be in no, it shouldn't be. I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, no. Okay, whatever. This is a script, right? enemy grid. So I can actually just basically copy this, move it here. Process, because moving is a physics, right? Um, this timer should be put in here. Then we set the timer here. Let's start. If your enemies have the same size and you only move on the grid, then create the grid based on columns and rows amount instead of cell size. Yeah. Ah. Interesting. I'm gonna so this is gonna be for the grid itself. I'm gonna leave for another stream because I actually need to research because I understand the basics. Oh, I can let's say for for a grid itself. I could just say like var cell size, let's say of 32. It would be 32 pixels. Every 32 pixels is a cell size, and then I could use this to spawn. But I need to actually understand how to spawn, how to make things work, because how to make the limitation and all of that, because this messes a little bit of my head, and I need to now understand a little bit of the rows and columns to make that work. And yeah, every uh, every enemy will be the exact same size. It's not gonna be it's not gonna have a difference on them. And another thing that I'm gonna stops you from needing to think about alignment, padding, and all that horrible design stuff. Ah. Yeah, it's because what's scaring me here, being honest, is the fact about procedural generation. That's it. This phrase, this sentence, procedural generation, scares me a lot because I know zero about them. I kind of understand like the basics, the idea around it. Uh, Most of my problem with coding or whatever is I understand the idea. I understand. Let's say I understand the logic. Uh, I understand. Let's say I was making a procedural generation dungeon, for example. This is let's say a room. I would need to pick a let's say one of the sides of the room, and then I would make a passage, and then I would connect another node on the other side, and then let's say I need to check this is if this is the boss room, if there's enough nodes already or cells. If not, then I create another passage on another side, and then I add another thing here, and then this is a maximum. There's enough nodes. I stop there, and this is the boss room. Anyways, I understand. Let's say this is the basic of the basic of the basic logic. But the problem is, I have no idea how I would implement that. This is what stops me because or scares me. I have no idea. I don't even know where to start doing that. So this is why I'm procrastinating, I guess, or whatever, trying to do or trying to do other things instead of doing the grid or columns and whatever, because it scares me a lot to just think about it and not knowing where to start. So I'm gonna leave for the other stream to do this because I want to research and study a little bit so I can actually start somewhere. I hope it made sense. Okay, so this is the enemy grid. I need to every pass. Oh, um, Let me grab all of you and put you in here. This is not correct. This should be this, I guess. Move rights. Oh, I didn't grab the mm, other variable. Let me delete those. Delete these. I guess I don't need delta. This is already on physics. Does this work? Oh, I can delete those. I can delete this one. Um, never to writes. Oh, the game is running. Pick color. I don't need this anymore. I don't need this start timer. And then out of nowhere, the enemy script just became incredibly small. Um. Oh, I deleted the wrong one. This. I delete this. I save this. I connect this to timeouts on here. And then I move enemy here. Oops. This should work. Okay, it spawned correctly. It's moving all of them. Does it go down? Why is there error? Wait. Oh, wait. Maybe it's wrong here. That's the problem. Okay. Should be fine. Let me put this on here. Delete all of the enemies. And just put the enemy grid on here. They move rights. Oh, that's a problem, but not a big of a problem. See, this is another thing that. So this is a problem that this creates that didn't create on that other game I did. Uh, the movement in there, because I made this scene from scratch. I literally grabbed the assets and put them as I wanted. I could make, like, let's say I could roughly calculate the size or where they should go down. If I try to put more sprites on here, that wouldn't work that well. But I don't think that's gonna be that big of a problem, as I can figure it out later. And the size, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna reduce a lot the size of the sprites too, compared to what it is right now. But that's fine. Okay, we have whatever I needed, right? Which is, where's the page? Do I not have the page anymore? I don't have the page anymore. Great, I closed it. Let me get it. Space Invaders. So yeah, create a player ship that moves side to side. Create a few different types of alien invaders. Enemies will move together in a grid. They cross the screen before dropping vertically and reversing their direction. Perfect. It works for now. Add the ability for the player ship to fire rockets that travel up the screen. Okay, now we have to make that. Let me take the chance already that I'm here. This is gonna be the laser. Not, I don't think it's gonna be a laser. player projectile. That makes more sense. And the enemies will react to the player projectile. 100%. Get something to eat real quick. Okay. For this now, I need to create another scene, right? Yeah, I can't scene. player, player, projectile. This 100% is going to be a character body with a sprites and a collision. My favorite placeholder. Love it. And now that I know that I can modulate it, mm, so white makes them the color it is, right? Oh, I can just do this. Perfect. Perfect, actually. Kind of more greenish. Can be like this, whatever. Doesn't matter. Mm, this can be a lot smaller. This is going to be a small projectile. And the collision can be a capsule. Easy enough. Now, mm, shoots. Mm, space for now. Creating node for no this no the, yeah projectile movements um projectile body. This needs to be player actually. Make sure it's correct. Player projectile sprites. Good. Um layer. Almost finished eating, and then I can actually focus a little bit more. Hmm. I mean, this should be easy enough, right? Mm, const velocity. Let's call it 200 for now. Const max height. So this is 0, right? So it would be minus 30. 30? It needs to be minus? No. Let's call it like this. No. Let's go like that. Yeah. Let's go like that. Perfect. Um so it should just be a physics process. I don't even know if I need to create another function for just one thing, but I'm gonna do it. Function move projectile, which would be simply we get the player dot move and collide. Why did I wait? What? Oh, there we go. Move and collide, and then the motion is gonna be a vector 2. Um, I need to pass delta, which will be 0 minus velocity, right? Times delta. Then I call it move projectile and pass delta. Um, func delete projectile if let me do what you said for me to do too. Oops. On ready, we do our brush equals this. We remove this and make this a brush. And then if brush dot global position is higher or higher? No, lesser or equals than the max heights. We how do I delete myself again? It's not get tree, right? Is it get tree? Dots. Mm, it's not quick. I don't think it's. I forgot again how to do that. Delete nodes. Godot. I've done this a bunch of times and I already forgot again. Q3. Oh, it's just a Q3. Yeah. QE3. Does this work? Let's try. Not spawning it yet. Let's just add on the main scene. Play projectile. Let's just shoot it from like whatever this place is. It moves. Perfect. Play projectile. It should have been deleted at this point. Let's print the. Oh yeah, I didn't. Oh god, I forgot to call it again. Delete projectile. Let's try to delete it. Let's see if it deletes itself now. Something wrong. Dot y. Fair, 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 fair. It's going and it deleted something. Not what I wanted. I guess I need to do the following. Dot Q3. Oops. Does this work now? This works. Perfect. We have done quite easily, actually. Quite easily the logic for the bullets. I like it. I like how easy it was now. Now this should be a player projectile, and this should interact with enemies, and then later, uh, enemy projectiles, which is gonna be later. I just need to spawn the thing right now. So for that, I'll go back to the player. Mm, fire projectile. We can add another script for this. On this script, I need to create a. I guess already would make sense for this. Var proj scene. I guess this would make more sense to call it package scene. Preloads. Player projectile. Perfect. I don't know if this should be on ready or not, but now I kind of want to use everywhere. Okay. I need to create one thing. This is from something that I've learned quite a long time. Quite a long time. On the player body, I want to put a marker to D. This marker to D will be here, and I'll use the position of this marker to D to spawn the. Actually, maybe down here. Let's see. I'm gonna use this position to spawn the projectile. Let's see if it works first. I think for that I'm gonna use another node to D up here. Projectile spawner. Projectile position. Don't know if that's the best name to do. This can cause problems later, but that's fine. Okay. So fire projectile. I want spawn func spawn proj. I'm gonna start calling proj because I'm tired of typing projectile. So spawn proj. I can proj scene, I believe. I forgot this. I was so sure I remember how to do this. I was so sure. Let's do it easy. If inputs, let's start easy. Inputs dot is action just pressed. Just pressed? Just pressed. We just shoot. Let's just print for now. Firing to see if it works. Oops. Is this enough for it to work? I don't call it. This will never work. Spawn proj. Okay, it works. Perfect. Now I do need a cooldown for it. But that's fine. I'll deal with that later. I need to instantiate. There we go. Var proj equals, yeah. Do I need to dot instantiate? I think I need, right? Then we add child to not this. We add child to this. and we get the position is, that's it, right? Proj dot position equals projectile position dot position. This won't work, right? I can see. What's the errors? Can't attach projectile spawn to fire projectile already has a parent player. Huh? Isn't this? Oh. Oh, okay. I think I understand my problem. Um, I'm doing correct wrong, right? Yeah, I am. So what I did wrong is I need to put this here. No, not this one. This here. That's. Then we delete this, and instead of that, we actually add the proj. I think this makes more sense. Oh, this actually already works, or not? Okay, we have some sort of progress. It's spawning. I'm actually being able to spawn. Maybe the position needs to be before, or do I need to grab the global position? Now it doesn't spawn. Okay. Mm, this maybe? No, not that either. Because that should be moving with the player, right? See? Hmm. If I change, let's say I get the projectile position and just change, does it make a difference? It does make a difference. But whenever I move, it doesn't move. Um, is it because I thought if I were to move this, it would move everything. I guess I'm wrong. No. Well, get back to the enemies or the player. Uh-huh. Let's just do a simple before we do that, we get the this dot position equals player body dot position. Let's see if this changes anything. Oh, updating that actually fixed it. Perfect. Perfect. kind of works. But I can actually spam it, you know? If I spam it, I can actually spam it, and I don't want that. Now we can actually add a cooldown. Proj cooldown, which will be 0.5, let's say. Doesn't need to be that bad. Um, Let me just do a var can shoot. Oops. Can shoot, which would be true. We shoot, then we get can shoot equals false. We need to check if can shoot too. And then we connect it. And this should be basically Oh no, where did I? What happened? Oh, I need to collect. Okay, gotcha. I never never did that. Disconnects. I need to connect to fire projectile. I never had another script outside of the root node, so I never actually had to select which nodes that I need to connect it. That's funny. So when the time is out, then we can shoot. Goes through. This should be good. I need to start the timer. Break. Dot start. There we go. The cooldown is way too big. So let me fix that. Maybe 0.01. Doesn't need to be that big of a cooldown. Now that that is not that good. Maybe 0.3. That's better. Yeah, that's kind of better. Perfect. And I can actually move the projectile position a lot further up. There we go. We have the projectiles. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Things are moving on quite well this time. Uh, so let me pass this. Okay, so challenge. An ability for the player ship to fire rockets that travel up the screen. Okay, we kind of made a big progress today. 3 of the main goals are done. We have somewhat of a game already. Let me delete that projectile. That's kind of bothering me. And actually, I want to see if every projectile is getting deleted too. Player. It's spawning, right? There we go. Let's see if every projectile is deleting itself. It is. Perfect. That's incredibly perfect. What's that? Hello? What is that? Huh? I'm sorry? What was that strange square on my screen? I don't. What? It's not there anymore. Huh. Oh well. We have a working prototype that's starting to be something, become something. And actually, I quite did a lot today if you think about it, because of course, with a lot of help from Acrostel and everything. If you remember the first 2 games I made, I actually don't really remember much from the Flappy Bird, to be honest. The memories from that game is kind of deleted in my mind for a bunch of other reasons. But my memories from the Jetpack Joyride actually are really vivid still on my mind. And just remembering that I spent an entire day first to create the player movements, which was actually rather simple, and I was trying to make it a lot more difficult. And then when I try the other day, I spent I think an hour an hour not the entire stream to make another thing work. Everything is kind of completely messed up. I spent a day to do everything. And look at this. Today I made the player character that moves from side to side. Perfect. The player movement. I made the player ability to shoot, although there is a bit still some things I need to do, but that's fine. I know how to do that. That's not a problem. And I already have a idea of a working grid for the enemies to happen. That is happening. So there's a lot of things that are actually working, and I'm really happy with today progress. Being able to actually do all of this in a single day makes me happy because there's a lot more to do for this game. And one thing that I want to do for this game is learn a little bit of animation, Godot animation, right? With skeletons. And it seems like it's not easy, it's not good as I want it to be. But I'm still gonna try it because I wanna see how it looks and I wanna learn. Maybe I'll never use bones and skeleton from Godot ever after this. After this game, but we'll see. I already have one sprite done from drawing. And either way, there's a lot of things that I want. I don't know about skeletons inside Godot, but skeleton animation 3D is pain. I don't know much about 3D, but my god, I was trying. I don't want to spoil, and although there's not much to spoil, but I don't want to completely spoil what I'm gonna try to do. I want to actually have the assets done so I can actually just do that for the game. But my god, I was trying to learn. I was trying to figure it out how to do the bones and skeletal animation. It is. I still haven't reached the part where I actually animate. You know, I was just learning how to set up the pieces and all of that, and it's such a pain to do all of that. It's such a pain. My god, it's horror. I was mad. I was fighting the engine to try to understand. My god. But maybe when I get everything set up and I actually try to do the animation, maybe it is easier. But I don't know because I haven't reached that part yet. It's people on the PSX dev discords are struggling. I myself have 3 half-baked versions. I can't even imagine. If it is bad like this, I really wanted to be able to access like Spine 2D or something like that. But for now, it's so expensive for me, those programs. But yeah, maybe in the future, if I keep trying to do skeleton animation and whatever on Godot, then it's gonna be worth. But we'll see if I prefer doing sprites and sprite animation or skeleton animation. Either way, I'm really happy with the progress. I was so tired today, so tired. I can't believe I actually managed to do all that I did. Haven't slept well in this weekend. I haven't. I had Muay Thai training this morning. I'm exhausted, but I still managed to do quite a lot. I don't know. How Godot handles it inside Blender is nice. Not sure if it can be used with 2D. Oh, I wish it could. So I'm gonna spoil real quick because it's not really that big. I'm gonna show you the sprites I will be working on, the sprite of the enemy. So I created a project just to try to learn, and this is what I reached. So this will be one of the enemies. It's not that I don't know why I'm trying to make this being such a incredible thing to to hide. But yeah, I drew this. Of course, I didn't come with the design, but I drew. This is another one. Most of the games I'll be doing will be from VTubers and whatever. So this is one of the sprites I did from another VTuber. A mascot like I did for the other 2 games. But this is basically where I stopped. this made me so mad to set up, and it seems like something broke already because the hips bones didn't save, I guess. But yeah, setting this up, just setting the bones, setting everything. I don't even know. What happened with my bones? Actually, what? Why are what? Huh? Okay, they are still connected. Somehow they just don't look correct anymore. Strange. I still need to do the UV wrapping. But my God, this took me hours to reach this. And then I still I got this. I need to do the UV or whatever polygons. That I need to set it up so it can deform properly. This is horrible, horrible. This is such a pain for what I need, and it's gonna be such a simple thing. I wanted to ask if you know how a skeleton work, but I guess Godot forgot instead. Yeah. So this was when I finished the bones. I still don't know if everything is correct because this is just for the ears and whatever. I tried to do something different for. Look at that. That's supposed to be straight here. Uh, the bones for the arm should be coming down here. This is supposed to be the foot, so or the leg. It should be coming here. I didn't change this. I didn't change this at all. And it's still connected for some reason. I don't. Is it connected here at least? No. How do I do this? I already forgot. Bones. Yeah. Even on here, the bones is completely messed up. What? Was there an update or something that? What? Well, I guess I'll have to start again. Great. Oh God, I don't know if I should have gone from here. Well, there's a lot. I'm still learning. This is my first time ever doing any type of bone animation or whatever like that. So I'm trying to see what I can do with it. But I still need to wrap and all of that. So that's why I stick to 3D and my own engine. At least I know who to blame when something breaks. Fair. Fair. I can't even judge you. Fair, really. But my God, maybe I'll wait for to use this. But yeah, this is gonna be one of the enemies. Uh, why not? This is gonna be the enemy. I'm just gonna make variations of like the face, the expression, and things or something like that, for it to have different enemies on the grid. But yeah, well, I'll be living here. And I have everything like set up. See, I have the head separated. I have the body. I just didn't separate the legs because the legs is a pain with this type of line art to separate. So I'm hoping after I finish the polygons, this will deform correctly for what I want. I don't need much movement. It's gonna be such simple animation. I just wanna learn to see if I can do what I want in Godot. Although I don't know. But yeah. So I'll be living here. Tomorrow I'll probably be doing more. Then Wednesday, I don't know what I'll be streaming. Maybe more Terraria, maybe more game dev, depending on how well it's going. But I'll see. Either way, deform correctly. I don't have enough polygons for that. It's jag or it's sausage. Between. Okay, yeah, it's not even that big of an animation. Like I want her to be like I want the body to go a little bit to the left. This left stays still. This leg stays still, and this goes up a bit. It's not really that much that needs to happen, and the other parts of the body, maybe there's gonna be like a little bit of squash and stretch. but just a little bit, maybe on the breathing animation or whatever. So there shouldn't be much, you know. So oh well. Either way, thank you, Akras, for appearing here again, for joining and staying for basically the entire stream. Thank you for everyone who joined, maybe someone who lurked. And, well, tomorrow I'll be back with more. Thank you again. Really appreciate you guys. And I'll see you next stream. Oops.